Welcome to The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Here's what happened this week. On May 2nd, the Land Use, Transportation, and Infrastructure Committee sent to the full City Council the Denver Outdoor Places program, which will make it easier for Denver businesses to expand their business outside of their physical building. The plan was originally implemented during the COVID pandemic to help attract customers to struggling restaurants and shops. Positive responses from the community means these changes will stay.
Elements within our city really created a vibrancy and activity that was beneficial from a placemaking perspective, and so we want to try to harness that and encourage it through that program.
City Planning and Development will make zoning more flexible to streamline the process of obtaining a permit for an exterior patio. The agency will also develop standards and guidelines around outdoor spaces to ensure public accessibility, help grow local neighborhood businesses, and create a vibrant food economy in Denver.
But so far, what I've heard is people saw value when they saw it in person, they saw it in action. There was a pretty large patio put in a parking lot there. And, I had multiple people from that neighborhood saying, no, we shouldn't allow parking. We should continue this use. This is more important to us.
Also on May 2nd, the Finance and Governance Committee heard a presentation from Community Planning and Development on the city's participatory budgeting program. The program allows residents to have a direct say in what their tax dollars are spent on.
Last year marked the first year that the City and County of Denver had a participatory budgeting program in this county. And as we work with the program going forward and bring this work into the community, it's important for us to stay focused and remember why we're doing this work. It's a complicated name for a big program, but at the end of the day, participatory budgeting is about bringing government and people together, especially our historically underserved residents.
The process is created by people who live, go to school, or work at a micro business in their ballot area. They can be of any age, immigration status, incarceration status, and housing status. Then ideas collected through events are focused on reaching historically underserved communities, with meetings at jails, safe outdoor spaces, and schools. Community members then develop a proposal. Residents work in groups to score ideas and prioritize the projects. Once the projects are selected, the community votes and the city builds the winning projects. City Planning and Development also passed along recommendations for the future of the program. Among them are expanded community involvement, more program resources, and the allocation of more money to projects.
I think this program is very important to keep going on for years to make our communities better for all people. I have enjoyed being a part of this process, and I have learned a lot about how government works. I hope the next administration will keep this going.
On May 3rd, the Safety, Housing, Education, and Homelessness Committee heard a pair of briefings on youth violence protection programs. Members of the Office of Children's Affairs and the Department of Public Safety explained preventative measures, intervention, and juvenile diversion programs to help kids of all ages get access to services that can help prevent future violence. The Office of Children's Affairs will focus on improving the health of the community at large by working with local organizations. Mental health programs, youth engagement, outreach, and family support starting at early childhood are all being supported. Although gun violence is often the most well-known form of youth violence, Children's Affairs addresses a broader field of prevention.
Funded partners take young people up to the mountains to be in nature. They go fishing. A lot of those programs are working with higher risk young people who have never experienced that type of nature or even been up to the mountains before. Some organizations are providing sports programs. They pay for equipment. Some organizations include dance and art, poetry. It's really everything, learning enrichment programs, tutoring. I mean, it's really across the board. It's pretty amazing.
The Department of Public Safety highlighted several programs aimed at prevention and intervention. Gang prevention, crisis response, and job readiness programs are ways the department is helping to get involved with students to help them achieve success. The diversion programs help to reduce the reliance of the criminal justice system to give kids a pathway to recovery. By completing some programs, criminal offenses could be removed from their record.
Overall, at the end of the day, it's really about diverting kids away from the juvenile justice system as much as we can. And as you can see in the bottom, we're in 6 schools right now where we have staff in schools and said, we need help, we need something. And so this year we've had 80 referrals from those 6 schools. And as you can see, our completion rate is about 76%.
Also this week, on Monday, May 1st, the Budget and Policy Committee heard a presentation of the Department of Public Safety's 2023 work plan. The agency outlined public safety priorities, new programs, public health actions, and crime reduction measures. Also on May 1st, City Council passed a bill to rename the community park at 4000 North Kirk Street to William H. Witzel Park. William Witzel is believed to be one of the first African-American black males born in the then territory of Colorado. Want more information on City Council, including weekly schedules and agendas? Visit denvergov.org/City Council. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for Denver news, events, and information.